I'm Mike.
And I'm Kendra, and this is Blissfully Blended Chaos.
Our faith, our family, our chaos, all for the glory of God.
All right, part two.
Part two. We're back. Gonna pick up kind of where we left off from last week. Um Basically we were talking about blendedness. Um Kind of gave y'all a little bit of the dirt that is our lives,
The chaos.
the chaos. But we were talking about um
We kind of went through our kids and kind of told a little bit about it, each one, and some, I guess, situations
yeah, we
for
kind
each
of
one.
we
But
kind of left off with like counseling, and being able to find a good, healthy counseling for to help us with communication and whatnot, just to kind of break down a barrier,
yeah,
I guess, with one of our kids.
yep,
And
proven effective.
oh yeah, very very effective. I think he's opened up a lot more, and he's communicating his issues, whether it be at our house or his mom's house.
Yeah,
Um, very very helpful. So don't don't be scared to
reach out for help.
reach out for help, because I mean, we definitely didn't think that we needed it, but it has definitely helped us out a lot
And it's
with.
not as awkward as sitting on a couch telling your feelings. We play like Candyland and change the rules and make it into a fun way that they have to share.
Yeah, and then I
And
think one sitting, he had Caden take a piece of paper and told him, "Okay, fold it in half," and just watched him, like, which way he folded it, and then told him to fold. Okay, now fold this edge this way, or something.
no,
Just
he
basically,
basically was telling him, he was like, "Fold it in half. Okay, now fold down the corners. Okay, now fold down the sides.
yeah,
Okay." And he just kinda went through it and didn't tell him, like, what he was making, just kinda gave him directions and just didn't elaborate. And Caden started asking questions and was like, "Well, which way? Well, which corner?" And started asking questions, and he wouldn't say anything. He was just like, "Just fold it." And then he got to the end, and it didn't look like what it was supposed to, because it was supposed to be a paper airplane.
yeah,
And he was like, "And tear this and do this." And he was like, "So what could have made this better?" And Caden had to voice, "Well, when you give me directions, I need you to make it clear on what the end result is," which helped us to understand that Caden needed to know why we do the things we do and why we make the decisions we make, because knowing the end result helps him to understand why he has to do it the way he does.
well, I feel like that can be with any.
Oh, yeah, but that's just the example we had.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we can definitely use that for any of the kids. Like,
Yeah, we use it on all of them. We're very clear on why we do what we do. Like, we have chores because when you move out, you need to know how to take care of your home, and we brush our teeth because, well, that's gross.
yeah.
Like, we we set clear expectations. Oh, yeah?
Oh, I'm getting old.
Yeah, you are.
Coming up on,
No, it's this time change. It was
well,
trash.
that too. Yeah,
This time
it's
change was
yeah.
trash.
But it is technically November 4th right now. Um,
That's when we're recording, but
when we were recording, this
it's
episode will
only
probably drop.
7:45
Yeah, this episode will drop
Thursday,
Thursday,
the 6th.
the 6th. Um, at which point will be 2 days from my birthday
Party.
party and 6 days from my actual birthday.
He acts like it's like
It's very important.
but when it's my birthday, it's just another day.
Yeah, just another day.
Yeah, away.
Anyways, um,
So,
but did we go into discussing like the different views and everything with Grayson and Cal? I know we went through it with Colton and Maddie and Caden, but I don't know if we ever got to.
We didn't even
I
get
think
to
we
do
kind of
this.
like the different struggles and everything that we've come through. I know
Well,
we kind of spilled out our dirt and kind of gave them the backstory of everything with what makes it difficult for Caden and Grayson, but I
I
don't know if we
don't
actually went into Grayson.
I don't know if we went into Grayson, like, thoroughly. We kinda talked a little bit about it. We didn't go into great detail, no. I mean, I think that would be okay. I just think we need to remember to say things kindly.
Can
Yeah,
you do that?
yeah.
Okay.
Um, so Grayson is our 9-year-old, um, and he is a product out of wedlock.
hmm
Um,
When I tried to pick her up.
oh my. He is not biologically Mike's. Um, I got pregnant after my divorce, and I wasn't even in a relationship. Um, it wasn't like this was like BC. Um,
Way BC.
yeah, this was I was in a really dark place and I got pregnant. Um, when I got pregnant, it was not a celebratory kind of thing. Um, yeah, it was just not. And then about I don't know, I was about 9 weeks pregnant and I started having some issues and went to the hospital and found out I was pregnant with twins.
Yeah.
Um, and they were monochronic monoamniotic twins, which is basically identical twins, same sac, same placenta. They shared everything. Um, and then probably just after my first trimester, I lost the twin and then carried Grayson full term, which made it a high risk pregnancy. I had a lot of issues. It was just a bad pregnancy. During that time, I was homeless. I lived in my car, and then I got on my feet and got a place and was with Grayson's dad until Grayson was about 6 months old, and then we called it quits.
Yeah. You're missing a big detail here.
What?
For part of that portion, you were sleeping on my couch.
Yeah, but, like, at that I mean, yes, I would sleep on his couch, but we weren't even friends at that point, like, we didn't communicate.
No.
We didn't talk, we didn't text, it was just I was closer to
This
Steph.
was this was whenever me and Steph were together living in Grandview.
Mhm.
They worked together at AT&T. It was basically um just lending out a helping hand more or
Yeah,
less.
and so but anyway, back to me and Mark split, and then, after we split up, he kinda was absent. He would come in for a little bit, um, and then he would be out, and he would be in, and then he would be out. Um, then there was a time that I was given some pretty nasty messages about him, not like inappropriate nasty, but I was told he was doing some recreational drug use, I guess we could say, and picked up my kid high. So I ended up having to call the only thing I knew to do was call CPS on him and opened up a case and an investigation about us. It opened up everything.
Yeah.
Um, but it was we were safe. It wasn't we didn't really worry about it.
Mm-mm.
Um, but it was the only way to get documentation, and they did a hair follicle test that he failed. Um, and from that point, it kinda gave us
Probable
and
cause.
yeah, but it gave us I don't know, it kinda opened our eyes a little bit to, is he 100% safe? It was we had our issues with him, and we had our our questions about him being in Grayson's life, but that kinda made it a little more eye-opening.
Mhm.
Um, from there, he did have to go through a program and a parenting plan, and he did finish it. Um, and about a year after he got married, and he kinda came back in Grayson's life at that point. Um, it was very
Yeah.
slow. It was, "You we'll meet you somewhere. Um, we'll meet for an hour here and let you play with him, and I'll sit back and just not have anything to do with it." And then, um, it eventually turned to him taking him a couple hours, and then eventually he had an overnight, and then
Mhm.
eventually it went to a weekend, and there for about I don't know, 4 or 5 months, maybe a little longer, he was going we were kinda doing almost 50-50. It was like 2 days on, 3 days
Well,
off, 3 days on, 2 days off kinda thing
yeah, and at this point, I think this was whenever they were living
here in town.
here in town.
And it wasn't bad. Like, it
No, it
wasn't
was it
he
was
was
good for
a little bit,
us
he
a
was
little bit.
trying, but then his marriage ended, and when his marriage ended, it seemed like
Well, but even between
well, yeah, okay,
then
so
and now,
Grayson
like,
started having issues. I guess Grayson had seen some things over there that made him uncomfortable.
yeah.
Um,
So he
so he
stopped going
stopped
over.
wanting to go, and from our perspective, when our child tells us, his exact words were, "I don't feel safe and I don't trust him." And when your kid tells you that at 6 years old, 7 years old, it's really hard to just not
Listen.
listen. You can't shut that out. When he's saying, "I don't feel safe and I don't trust," I'm like, "That's a red flag." So we put Grayson in counseling, and it was advised that we didn't necessarily go against our court order, but don't give more than our court order,
Mhm.
which we were doing. So,
Yeah.
we were trying to a court order to us is just a guideline.
Mhm.
Um, you can that's just the minimum that they can have to guarantee them time. If it was something that we felt comfortable with and we could accommodate, extra time was never it
Yeah,
was
and
always
I mean,
something we were okay with.
it's I I I can't remember if we were talking about it last week or maybe the week prior, but we were talking about different compromises and everything. Like,
It was
yes, you
yeah.
have this a lot of time. Yes, this is my time. This is your time. But if you can work out a trade off,
Yeah, I mean,
you
it's in the
know,
best
y-
interest of the child.
yeah,
And so we tried to do that, and then I don't know what happened this last time. He just,
he
he
kind of,
went through a divorce, and
well,
then
it was even before that.
he,
Like,
fell
he
off the
was,
deep end.
he was going to church
Mhm.
and was slowly getting back into Grayson's life while he was still with
Married.
his wife. But then something happened and they fell through hard times and ended up getting a divorce and separating. Or
They're fully
are they
divorced.
fully? Yeah, they ended up separating. And then, like, after they separated, he pretty much just ghosted Grayson for a good little bit.
Yeah, as
Like,
of current, he hasn't seen Grayson since February.
but
Um, and
even,
he'll go, like, 2 months without calling Grayson. If Grayson doesn't call, he doesn't call. So, like, Grayson pretty much, from our perspective, keeps that relationship alive, and that's a
yeah,
really hard one for me because I'm like, I wanna tell him, "No, don't call him," make him
make him make the effort.
yeah, but at the same time, I can't tell my child, "No, you can't call your dad."
Right.
And so it's a hard one for us because we're like,
But
how do you handle that? How do you navigate that? And we still are trying to figure it out.
Well, it didn't help that, he kinda walked out, and Grayson hasn't gone with him since
February.
February.
He hasn't even seen him since February.
But it didn't help that, in between Kendra and Marcus's ex-wife, he dated another girl,
And they had a
and they
child.
had a child out of wedlock, and him and Grayson knew each other as kids. Well, I say
Well,
kids,
no,
but
they were babies.
they
Kyle
knew,
was
like,
under 1.
babies. Grayson knew about him. So Grayson, like, had a memory of him
Yeah.
and would always ask us about him, um, throughout the years, and we just didn't know what to tell him because we didn't have that relationship, like,
Yeah. And we were
um,
under the impression that she didn't want us to know Kyle and didn't want Kyle to know
Grayson.
about Grayson.
Yeah.
And then, but she was under the impression that we didn't want Grayson to know Kyle. And
So
so we
it
were
was
both kind of
it was,
under the impression the other one didn't want that relationship. And we ran into each other this year and they've actually became friends and they've stayed the night together and they come over here a lot and they talk every day.
yeah.
And so he's
Um,
gained his brother.
I think what it was Marcus was basically pinning us
And
against
but
them,
see, I don't even know if it
and
was
I
that.
I think it was more so like he didn't want. I don't know. I don't even know.
I think maybe it was that he didn't want the relationship with them to be outside of him, but he didn't have that relationship to give.
Yeah.
I don't think it was necessarily malicious intent. I just think that it was selfish. He didn't have the relationship with Kyle, so he didn't want Grayson to.
Yeah. And then,
And
like,
now Grayson
whenever
asks
they
about Charles.
whenever they had first gotten, to know each other and kinda hanging out and everything, Kyle ha Kyle wants nothing to do with Marcus,
Yeah, he's very,
and
very,
the
very clear.
problem that we ran into was
Grayson
that
mimicking Kyle's
that
feelings.
kinda rubbed off, that emotion and everything kinda rubbed off on Grayson. So, Grayson was starting to say things that
Weren't
weren't
Grayson.
Grayson. He wouldn't say these things unless he was
I don't wanna
mimicking somebody else. And it wasn't necessarily that he was being forced or anything, but he
he
was
just felt
basically,
like he had to feel the same way as his brother because they have the same experience.
yeah. But in reality, um, Grayson got to see his dad a little bit more than Kyle did because
Oh, yeah.
once once Marcus and Raven split, it was he was completely out of Kyle's life. Like, she didn't want anything.
Well, I don't even think it's that she didn't. It was from what I've talked to her about, it was, he could be in Kyle's life, but there were no strings attached between them,
Mhm.
and when she severed that relationship, he kinda stopped coming around, and when he came back, she was like, "No, you walked away, bye."
Mm.
And she didn't.
Should she where we gave him more than enough opportunity, she only gave him the one.
Which I don't think it would have mattered because we still give opportunity after opportunity, and he still just burns him. And
Well, I
that is a
mean,
hard thing to deal with because seeing your child want that biological parent is heart-wrenching, and I used to lie for him, and I'd be like, "Oh, he's busy. Oh, he's this. Oh, he's that." And in reality, in my opinion, you make time for what's important to you. And if you're not willing to
well,
make time, then that's not important to you, and my child will not be a
stepstone.
stepstone or won't be, like, a priority. Like, you have to make him a priority.
Yeah.
If
Well,
he's not.
it doesn't help that he's getting his other kid from his ex-wife,
No, it's not even his kid.
on top of
Oh.
his stepkid from his ex-wife
Every other week and
every other
has
week.
50-50 custody, not legal custody, but takes his ex-wife's child that's not his 50% of the time, but doesn't even take his own kid.
Yeah.
Like, he hasn't even asked. He has not called me and asked to see my kid. He's he's made comments to Grayson, but then he talks to Grayson about stuff that's not Grayson's business. Like, Grayson doesn't need to know that he's on workman's comp because of an accident and such and such. Like, he talks about grown things with Grayson, and I don't even know how to, like, counteract that. Like, how do you
Mm.
I don't know. He's talking about finances and stuff with a 9-year-old. It's just it's
Well,
odd.
I mean, that 9-year-old is like young Sheldon,
Probably could do his taxes.
probably. So,
But I don't know. That's a hard one for us, and that was one that really kind of been a struggle
I mean,
because
it still is.
yeah, I mean, it is
Out
hard.
of out of
Uh,
all the out of all the co-parenting,
that one's the
that
biggest
one's
struggle.
probably the hardest one for us.
Yeah, because that one we have no control over. It's not about praying over them and letting them go to the other house and knowing that they're loved over there. It's how do you compensate for how do you fill a hole that you can't fill?
Mhm.
Like how do you make up for that? And we tried so hard for so long to like make up for it and to fill in the gaps, but we can't.
So, that actually brings me to another point. Whenever it came to, like, disciplining Grayson or anything of that nature, um, I always felt like, uh, prior to now, I always felt like, Kinger was basically going easy on him, where I was trying to
Make him a man.
make him a man
Not
and
currently, but
not
like
like
teach him right from wrong.
teach him
But
right
I
from
just
wrong, make sure that he's getting the right punishment for what he's doing,
guidance and
and
getting rewarded properly.
if he got his butt whooped, making sure that like it wasn't just a little, oh, hey, you got in trouble, making sure that it was something that
It
not
was
not
adequate.
saying that,
Not we don't beat our kids by any
yeah,
means.
not saying that I
And
was gonna beat him or anything like that or left marks or anything, but I mean, you know, it says in the Bible, don't spare the rod. So,
I mean, but with that being said, I felt like when we spanked him, I felt like he's been punished enough. Like he's been through it and I would allow it and justify it. And that wasn't fair to Grayson. It was basically robbing him of being responsible and respectful. And it kind of created a monster.
hmm
And
but then also, um, I had a train of thought and I completely spaced. Oh, also, uh, back in like in our early years, um, she would always make up the excuse of, or not really an excuse, but she would always say, uh, what was it? It was something along the lines of, "I wish he would just be his dad," or something like that.
I wish he
Or
would just step up.
I wish he would just step up, or
It was step up or step out. I wish he'd
yeah.
either walk
Well,
in or
no,
walk out.
no, because you would say it one way,
Yeah.
and it would, like, it would hit me a certain way because I was like, "Well, what am I doing? Like, am I just?"
But I never meant it that way. I meant it in the fact
Yeah,
of
but it was the
I
way
wish
that
that
you,
his heart wouldn't I wish my son's heart wasn't broken.
yeah, but it was the way you would say
No,
it
I
back
know.
then. It was basically saying that you wish that Marcus would be
The dad Grayson
the dad
deserves.
Grayson deserved or
Yeah.
whatever. And, I'm here, from the time he was 6 months old. And by this time, he was, I don't know, probably 3 or 4.
Oh.
And you were saying that you were making these comments, and it was, kind of gut wrenching to me because I'm like, well, I'm doing all the legwork. Why do you want him to get?
Yeah. And kinda back to what you were talking about me being easier on him. Um, from my perspective, I felt like you were harder on him than you were everybody else. Like, it was I mean, and still even then, now, sometimes I'm like, "You're way harder on that kid." And I don't know that it's I think that maybe because I let so much slide maybe, that you feel like you have to compensate, but we've never really got on the 100% same page when it comes to him.
No,
And it's
because and I think it is that we still do battle back and forth on like maybe you're too easy or I'm overcompensating for um something, but at the same time,
and it's not anything major, like, it's not like none of our kids really get in trouble very often.
no.
Not, like, really in trouble.
I mean,
Um,
if you ask anybody other than us, our kids are almost saints.
yeah. I mean, they generally they're always good in public, they're always respectful. Sometimes they get a little feral at home, but, like, it's not
Sometimes
yeah. There was pretty much chaos in this room about an hour ago,
our kids are all feral.
but it's not a bad thing.
No,
They're
it's
just
not.
they're good.
But
But they're not like they don't we haven't had to experience sneaking out or we've haven't ever found vapes or cigarettes or drugs or anything like that. Um, we haven't ever experienced that.
well, I think our
We
kids are
haven't really got we haven't really had to even, like
well, we not necessarily all that, but we've experienced some questionable things with Colton, but not
yeah, but it was never I mean, some of that was allowed by the other parent, and it was just something we didn't
yeah.
agree with. But with that being said, it was allowed and it wasn't illegal, it was just against our views and our beliefs,
Yeah, it was just done within
the confines of their family and their
yeah.
household, which we can't control.
Yeah.
And those are the situations we pray about, but I don't know, I think that with Grayson, it's just always been a little bit harder
Yeah.
because I feel like we've had to wear so many hats when it comes to him and be so many people because so many people have walked away from him.
Yeah.
He's seen stepmoms walk in and out and not stay
Well,
in
it's not even
touch.
stepmoms.
Well, no, like, I'm just saying the stepmom figure, maybe not legally stepmom,
mhm.
but he's seen his dad bring multiple women who filled that role, and he was, whether instructed or voluntary, whatever, would call them mom, and then they would not be there anymore.
Yeah.
And so he felt he had a lot of abandonment issues that we've kinda taken him to counseling and we've kinda worked through, but it still doesn't change the fact that there's still a hole there, and he's still trying to fill it. He still calls his biological dad a lot, and
He tries to have that relationship with him, but
he really tries, but
I
it's
feel
just
like
not
I was
reciprocated.
about to say, I feel like it's one-sided, like,
Like, I
it's
just don't feel I feel like if Grayson wouldn't pick up the phone, Marcus would never call.
mm-mm.
And I mean, I haven't made it easy lately, like, he'll text me he texted me, like, 6 months ago and was like, "How's Grayson?" And I was like, you no call, no showed. You don't get to ask me that anymore." Like, he's fine.
Yeah.
Like, but that's just because I'm tired. I'm tired of my kid being put on the back burner because my kid is fantastic. He is such an amazing kid. He's so intelligent. He wants to be a preacher. He will pray for you if you need anything. Kind of annoying sometimes. Like I said something about my stomach hurting and he goes, "You should pray about that." And I was like, "Ew." And he's like, "Well,
No.
what? You think that's too big for God? Okay." I'm like, "Ew." And it, like, puts you in your place on things, and I'm like, "I don't need your nest."
No.
But he'll call you out on it. He'll be like, "You should pray about that. God's got that." I'm like, "Thanks, kid. Thanks."
Yeah. He's a turd.
He's amazing.
He's amazing.
So I think another one that we should probably touch base on is our littlest.
The one that is ours.
Well, they're all ours, but
Well,
the biological.
the one that doesn't get to leave.
Yeah, he's our permanent fixture in our household.
So
So
with us having other kids that go back and forth from their other parent,
him not being allowed to go is a challenge.
him not going with them has been a challenge. Like he's wanted to go and stay the night with Caden at his mom's house. He's wanted to go and stay the night with Marcus whenever he was going to his dad's house. He's wanted to go with Colton and Maddie.
He just wants to go because he wants to feel included.
Well,
And that's
not
been
only
kinda
that, but he
hard.
kind of, I mean, he's really attached to his sibling.
Very much so.
Like he's never, it's never, for a little bit, it was where we just had him
And it
on
was
certain weekends, and
it was
he
so
was
hard.
so miserable because he's not used to it.
He's always got
He's
somebody.
always got somebody with him, so he was always like the weekends where he was an only child was just out of place for him.
Exhausting.
It was out of place for him because
We had to pick up all the slack, and it was so hard.
yeah. So whenever, I mean, there were still instances where Grayson would go stay at his grandparents' house,
And Cal would get
and
to go.
Cal would get to go with him, which we're thankful for because it got them two out of the house together
In a safe
in a
place.
safe place. Will you stop moving?
I'm so sorry.
In a safe place, but Cal got to get included to go, and he always had the best time.
Yeah.
Like he's always had fun going over there. He's every now and again he'll ask when he's going back.
Yeah.
He doesn't, that's probably like the only place that we've ever let him go and stay the night without us because, well, I mean, quite frankly,
Not many people offer to take him.
not many people offer to take our
So
kids overnight.
He's a handful. We
kind
I
of
don't know
got
if we've really
we kind of got into it.
we haven't really we have, but we haven't told a whole lot. So we don't do a diagnosis because we don't want to label anything.
Yeah,
but
we went into that.
but we're actually currently dealing with the situation right now about it. But he can be a handful,
Very much so.
but it's not that he's mean. It's that he just gets so overwhelmed and he doesn't know. It's like he's chaos.
He
It's
is
like
a
everything's
tiny ball of fury.
Yeah, it's like everything is going opposite directions and he doesn't know how to control it. And so he's not bad, but he just doesn't stay other places very much. But he also he doesn't really want
No, he is a,
homebody.
well, not only that, but he is a mama's boy.
No,
Yes. He is a mama's boy.
he's my baby.
Okay, so
He's rotten.
whenever he was a baby, I made the joke of,
Oh my God, let it go.
no. I made the joke that she was going to breastfeed him until he was like 5.
I did not nurse him till he was 5.
She did not.
He was like 2.
He was almost 2
That is
before
not that big of a deal. It is not a big deal.
When
You
he
can
was,
nurse them
when
as
he
long
was-
as you want
yes,
to.
no,
He is fine.
that's not what I'm getting at. But he was one, and she was like thinking about getting him
Weaned.
weaned, and she couldn't break the bond,
But neither could he either.
but he
And
couldn't
then
either. No,
okay, but we had to call it quits when he would literally have a rib in one hand and want to nurse at the same time. I'm like, "Dude,
yeah,
you're chewing steak. We
yeah.
gotta call this." But,
Well, he's just trying to wash it down, mom.
oh my. But no, but he is actually the biggest, the strongest, and the healthiest of all of our children,
Yeah.
and he is the only one that was nursed like that, so,
Well, I mean, it has its perks, yes,
Yes, it
but I
does.
was more so thinking of I was more so pointing out the fact that when it came time to wean him,
He's my baby.
you were the one that had the issue of weaning, not him.
I still haven't let go.
No, you haven't. Not at all. And this is why I say that he is a mama's boy.
There is still 3 bags of milk in the freezer that I have not thrown out yet just because I can't.
Mhm. I
It's
try
fine.
I try to have a daddy's boy with him, and
No.
it has not worked out at all.
No,
Like,
he's mine.
he's gotten a little bit better now that we've kinda got him figured out and got him, um
We've got him on a treatment plan that works.
yeah,
We've
but
got
I was trying to, like, well, now we got him, like, kinda, I hate to say regulated, but
I mean, it is. He
it
is regulated.
yeah, so,
Um,
like, now that we got him kinda on a regimen,
yeah.
um, he is night and day difference from what he was,
Yes.
because before he would never show me any kind of affection. He would never just sit with me and love on me and anything like that. Now I get home and he is one of the first ones to run up to me and wants me to pick him up, wants me to, toss him around and just, loves on me for a good little bit. And then if I ask him for a hug or, kiss on the cheek or whatever, he's, you know, real quick.
But he wouldn't used to do that. He only wanted me. He would only let me do everything. Nobody else was allowed to do anything.
No.
He was very he wouldn't stay with anybody. Nobody could buckle him in the car. Nobody could pick him up. Nobody could hold him. Nobody could bathe him.
I mean,
Like nobody could do
I
anything.
literally just had him get in the shower and, helped him, uh, get it turned on or whatever. He showered himself, but I was like, "Hey, here's your towel. Here's this. Here's that." Back in the
A
day,
year ago, he wouldn't have let
it
you do that.
wouldn't.
It was
Yeah,
me alone. And if you were to I'm not gonna like so we know what his diagnosis would be had we diagnosed him,
hmm
and he was very I mean, if you Google it, look up what kid has an emotional attachment to one person, strong behavior, gets aggressive, gets overstimulated. There is a specific word for it that we don't label it, but that's basically what it is, and that's the regimen he's on. His treatment plan is for that specific, but he's if you were to look at him now with the changes that we've made, and none of them are a medication, like, he doesn't take a prescription.
no,
If you were to look at him, you could not diagnose him.
no, not now. No.
Like, you couldn't. We had an issue today where he was we have him on a gluten-free, dairy-free, dye-free diet. I know it sounds hard, it's really not that bad,
It's that crunchy mom.
but it works.
It works.
Yes.
Yes.
So, and this is per doctor's orders. He's on this diet, and he was given a goodie bag from Halloween at school today,
Which
which, mind you, I kept him out of school on Halloween specifically to avoid this, and they saved it for him, and he has a note stating from the doctor that says he cannot have this, and they still handed it home. So, to say I was frustrated is an understatement. But so he had a dental cleaning last week, and at his cleaning, he did great. He let them do everything. He was fine. He got his token at the end, and he was happy. He left happy.
Mhm.
He didn't get mad at anybody. He got a little frustrated at the x-rays, but he let them do it. Um, but he handled it well, and the only reason he got mad at the x-rays is because those things hurt. He has a tiny mouth, and they cut in your gums, and they hurt. Anybody that gets x-rays knows they're not comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And so he got that done, and then today we go, and mind you, he was given a thing, and it had Cheez-Its and a ring pop and some pencils and another candy, I think Skittles maybe. And he is not supposed to have it, and we don't give it. And he ate it because it was sent home with him, and he flipped a switch. Like, he was awful. He shoved the x-ray machine away. It hit the nurse in the head, and she was very upset, rightfully so. But she was upset. The doctor came in, and she was like, "Hey, we're gonna have to kinda I think he's hit his limit," 'cause they're super great with him. And she was like, "I think he's at his limit. I don't think we need to push and try to do the dental work. Um, let's go ahead and call it, and we'll just try again."
Yeah.
And they're super accommodating and super great. And so we left, but I'm sitting here and I'm like, "Okay, this one diet issue, this one thing that we do for him." When he got it, he was like, you could see it in his eyes, like, he was and it made him sick. He came home and fell asleep at probably 1, 2 o'clock and slept till almost 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And he had a headache, and he just didn't feel good. And so I was like, I don't know. It's just a frustrating situation, but to I guess to see today how it went kinda helps to know that we kinda got on the right track with him, and it's nice to see
Yeah,
how
like
he's
what
improved
we're
what
doing
we're
in
doing. It was
his.
like confirmation. I wish it wouldn't have happened, and am taking steps to ensure that it doesn't again. Um, but it makes me feel better to know that um, I didn't have to medicate, I didn't have to diagnose, I didn't have to do what the world says I had to do to make him okay.
Mm-hmm.
That to see that what we were doing was working is great. Now we just need accountability and people to do what they're supposed to.
Right. Yeah.
But with that being said, co-parenting and watching the other kids leave and stuff, that's kinda where this ties back in.
Yeah,
With the other
because
kids leaving, him having that separation issue, him having that, developmental delay, whatever you wanna call it, him being that way and having to deal with that was not an easy thing for him.
mm-mm.
He it made his ex he exploded. Like, he really struggled with his siblings leaving and his
Yeah, because
all
he
that,
didn't. I mean,
which is
he doesn't understand it
yeah.
fully.
And I think
Um.
that may be why he had such an attachment to me maybe, because I am his constant.
Mm-hmm.
I am and that's not against you or the kids or anything, but
No, I
everybody
mean
goes somewhere
I'm
else.
working.
You were out of town for the first 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I am the constant that was always there, which is probably given the I don't wanna say diagnosis, but given what he experiences and the way his body works or mind works, it makes sense that he would cling to the one thing that was always
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was kind of a little tangent, but
Yeah. Are you like nervous ticking or
no, not at all.
you sure?
Yeah, I'm just really uncomfortable in this chair.
Yeah.
True story.
Hmm.
But anyway, so I don't know.
I don't know.
Cal being Cal makes it whew.
Yeah, makes it.
But that goes to say there are other options if you have a child that has stuff like that. You don't have to just do the Band-Aid version that
Yeah. Don't
the
think that.
pediatrician Ask questions. Weigh all of your options. Um, Shine Pediatrics is where we take our kids, and it is a great place because it lets you see every avenue. If you want to vaccinate, they give you all the information on vaccinating and they will help you to do that. If you choose to not vaccinate, they will give you all the information and let you do that. And if you want to partially like slow vaccinate, they'll give you all the information to do that. If you want to go to the medication route, they'll prescribe you an antibiotic and
It's
whatever.
they
If they
they
don't,
don't push um they don't push medication. It's more so let's get down to the root
let's find the
cause.
problem.
Let's find the problem.
Yeah.
Um
Like we did GX testing and it was super cool on Cal. That's kind of how we got his undiagnosis, I want to say. I don't know what to call it. That's kind of how we figured out what was going on with him is we did a breakdown of his DNA and they basically told us, "Hey, this is the way his body works. He has a lot of inflammation here. He has this here. Let's reduce this inflammation and let's see if the behavior improves. He has MTHFR, which causes this, so let's do this." And it really just kind of it was they literally took his DNA and looked at it and said, "Hey, this is how his brain ticks, how his body ticks. This is how he works. So
mhm.
let's use it and supplement things to make it work for him."
Yeah, and this is what kind of led us into the diet that we have him on
Yeah,
now and everything,
and
which I mean, it works.
it works very well.
So, I mean, and I think we have some other friends and family that go to a similar doctor that have, similar instances where they've changed their kids' diets or
Mhm.
tried something natural, um, and it's made a big time difference.
Yes, but just know if you go that route, not everybody feels that way,
Yeah.
and you do get a lot of pushback.
Yes.
And that is currently where I'm stuck at because I feel like it's not taken as seriously. I feel like if you slap a medication and a diagnosis on your kid, you get further, and I don't feel like it should be that way.
No.
And like I homeschooled last year and the experience was great and I was able to take things into my own hands and it was so beneficial. It just was not functional for us at the time. Um, so we couldn't do it this year, but it gave me the perspective. I don't know, it just kind of gave me a different perspective on our kids and stuff, but I don't know. It's complicating.
If I remember correctly, you wanted to kill our kids because you were
I did
tired of
not
them.
want to kill them. No. Um, I think now that Cal has his diagnosis, or not diagnosis, I think now that Cal is, how do you word it? Because it's not like he's diagnosed and medicated, because now that Cal is on his
Regimen?
regimen to healing, I guess. Now that we know why Cal is the way he is and how to help him, I don't think it would be as bad. But with Cal not being compliant and Cal being absolute chaos, it was almost impossible. But I think that now that he's on the path he's on, I think it would be easier. But I also think that him having some
He
socialization
needs
is good.
Yeah, he needs the socialization and he also needs the structure of the school.
Yeah,
Not necessarily saying that
we don't have structure, but
we don't have structure, but he also has the structure of the school and eventually he'll get into sports and being coached and, you know,
it's just a hard
everything that
one.
comes with it.
Like, there's perks. Like, I'm at a 50-50. Like, I wanna homeschool, but I want him in school. Like, I wish there was a happy medium.
Well, if you're a millionaire, baby, go ahead.
How am I gonna be a millionaire?
Exactly.
Well, what does that have to do with anything?
You didn't have time to do your
No, 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 no.
business or
Yeah, I get
anything.
that. No, I see where you're standing on that. I was like, "What do you mean?" But no, I wish there was a happy medium. I wish there was I mean, there is, but it's expensive. Millionaire. Yeah. No, I wish there was a better option, and I wish that public schools were more open to functional medicine.
Mm,
It would make my life easier.
yep.
But we kinda go the French route at home too,
Yeah.
with us, with everything.
I mean, we take elderberry and
Oregano oil.
oregano oil and
I make fire cider and sourdough.
yeah,
Yeah.
crunchy mom.
Crunchy moms. I am a scrunchy mom.
Okay, scrunchy mom, whatever. I don't know the terms.
So there's silky mom, which is like, hand your kids a Happy Meal and a tablet and let them live their happy little,
Oh, what?
Happy Meal and a
No, no, no.
tablet.
What is the name of it?
A silky mom.
Okay.
And then there's crunchy moms who are like, no dye, no screen time, no nothing like that. Use all organic kind of people and have wooden puzzles. And then there's a scrunchy mom who's like, you can have a little bit of screen time and you can go outside and play and you need to do natural this, but I'm still not gonna get tatted up and dye my hair.
You're tatted up and you've dyed your hair.
Yeah, that's why I'm scrunchy. Because I'm like the best of both worlds. I can see that each world has its perks. A little double dip into both sides. I'm sorry, I really like deodorant. I can't.
Yeah, you really like my deodorant.
His deodorant's better.
Buy you some.
Yeah, it's the same. I mean, it doesn't annoy you. Just fulfilling my vows.
Oh my god. You and your vows.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's been a day.
Well,
Well,
we're giving them all these obstacles that we've been through, but
no real
no,
ways to fix it.
yeah, no real ways to fix it.
So, my advice on co-parenting with an absentee parent is don't. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean,
No, that
when you
one,
go through things like that, you just have to pray about it and understand that's not all in your control, and you have to
yeah,
just
you can only control your household and your actions.
yes, you gotta give that one to God.
You can't really control what I mean, this goes for any co-parenting, absent or not absent. You can't control what the other person is doing. You can't
Nope.
control what happens at their house. The best thing that you can do is pray about it, and give it to God, uh,
Yep.
and pray that your child has the ability to discern between right and wrong
Yeah.
at the other parent.
And then, I mean, also, when it comes to, like, medical and school and all that, you have to advocate for your kids.
Yeah,
You are your kid's voice.
I mean,
If
we
you don't
said it.
advocate and you don't step up, then, I mean, you can't get mad when nothing gets done. It's your
Yeah,
job.
we said it at the end of the last week's episode. Is fight for your kids. This goes along with it. I mean,
Yeah.
you need to be the advocate that your kids can't be.
Yep. And especially if they have a learning disability, because we have a couple with that. Um, our daughter,
Yeah.
she's in SPED. She has a learning disability. She has hard meetings and accommodations and tutoring and stuff like that. And it's something that we've make sure she has all the tools to succeed, and then you hold her accountable.
Hmm.
Action. We don't allow any disability or learning wise or behavior issue. We don't allow that to be a crutch. that you
No.
can't justify your actions based off of, like, a situation like Cal today. His actions had consequences. You do not act like that, and you don't do that and be like, "Well, they did this, so I did that." I don't
Mhm.
care if somebody gave you gluten, I don't care if somebody gave you dye, I don't care if you didn't understand, like, I don't care. You you are responsible for what you do and how you do it, and that's the end of it.
Mhm.
And just like with Maddie, if she gets a bad grade, if she did not ask for help and if she did not do what she was supposed to, that's her fault because she has all the tools. She has the extra tutoring. She has the accommodation. She has everything she needs. So if she's not succeeding, it's her, it's not the system. So, but we fight for the system to be what we need it to be. Like we fight for the accommodations, we fight for the rights of our kids, no
Yeah.
matter what they are, which basically is all parenting is. It's fighting for your kids. It's fighting to make sure they have food on the table. It's fighting to make sure they have what they need, that their voices are heard, that they are safe.
Yep. And like I said, pray
Just
about it.
give the exes to God. Don't send them to him. Give them to him.
Yeah, and
Don't use a car or a bus and be like, "Ah, bye." I thought about it. It's fine. I didn't do it.
you're an evil person.
I am not. No. There are days.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. There are days when we um
Just
just would like to
be
give
done with it all.
give the other parent, just a little quick push into the deep end of the pool
Stop.
with concrete
You need
shoes.
you need to edit that out.
But
No, there are times that
I'm not editing that out. That's funny.
no, it's not. You're gonna make people think that we're, like, wanting to kill our exes. And given some of them, if I don't wanna be a suspect.
Oh my
Some
god.
of them have quite a few enemies.
Well,
But, like,
ugh, man.
those out.
Um, yeah. Be an advocate for your kids.
Yeah.
Be the
Be the voice.
be the voice of the voiceless.
Your mom is, like, the absolute best at that.
Yes,
Like,
my
I ask her everything because she is, like, the mom. And I'm not saying my mom wasn't good, because my mom was great, okay? But his mom, for his brother Quentin, who is special needs, nonverbal, she is, like, his biggest advocate. She has no problem telling a doctor to, "No, do your job," or
yeah,
telling the system because with the special needs kid, like, she has home checks and has all of these things that she has to do, and she handles it so well, and she goes to all the appointments, and since Quentin doesn't have a voice, literally,
yeah,
she will speak up for him, and she'll be like, "No. We are not doing this until you figure out what this is," and she will put people in their place. It is the best thing I've ever seen.
yeah.
She's like
She's the best.
she is. She is amazing. So I call her anytime I have an issue. I'm like, "What would Jenny do?"
Hmm.
Sometimes it's not nice, but it's accurate.
But I mean, that goes along with being the advocate for your kids. You gotta be able to have a backbone when you need a backbone.
Yeah, and we've kind of even done that with the other parent. Like, we stand our ground. I had an issue the other day that I had to address because a offer was made to my daughter about living somewhere else, and I had to call and squash that because I was like, "Yeah, you can't offer that. That's not allowed. That's not okay." And it was redacted very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Oh,
mhm.
gulp, 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 gulp.
Hear me.
Why?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I'm so tired.
I'm very tired as well.
This is not gonna be a long episode.
Nope.
I got nothing. No. I don't know. Fight for your kids. And when you can't
You
fight for
gotta
them,
fight for your right, for your
oh
kids.
my. No, so you need to fight for your kids, and when you can't fight, and when it's something that's out of your control, you have to let God do the fighting for you.
Yep,
Because
for
there are
sure.
situations that happen, and you have absolutely no control over them, and you have to be like, "Oh my, Jesus, take this, because I cannot."
Jesus, take the
Please stop.
wheel,
Oh
take it
my
from my
gosh.
hand.
This guy is on a roll of annoying today. Like,
You weren't the only one that made that vow, baby.
my word. I'm done.
Your last nerve, you see that? I'm gonna dance right all over it.
Here, man.
Yeah,
Alright.
but you love me.
Well, let these fine people go and pray them out there. Post in the comments ideas for our next podcast. What should we do it over? What do you want to hear about? Did you figure out how to turn the comments on?
No, I gotta look at it again. I don't think
Maybe don't.
anybody's.
If you know us, text us, because I don't know that he knows that.
Well, not only that, but we got a Facebook page too.
Yeah, go to our Facebook page. Shoot us a message. What do you want our
Go to our Facebook
next
page and,
podcast over?
post on the wall or something. Or just reach out to our personal Facebooks. They're attached.
Men reach out to him, women reach out to me. Don't blur those lines because we won't answer.
Yeah, no, we won't.
We keep certain doors shut.
Yeah, that's not something that we are gonna blur there. But
All right, pray it out because I'm sleepy.
are you gonna take your hat off?
Oh, yep, sure will. My bad.
Look at that dyed hair. Got a lot of salt and pepper there, baby. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this evening. We thank you for this time and this platform that you've given us to speak to the world, um, Lord, about issues that we've walked through and issues that uh, families deal with on a daily basis. We pray that you use this to reach out to everybody that needs to hear it, Lord. We pray that it helps them and guides them to build a stronger relationship with not only their children, but their spouse, and brings them closer to you because you are the light in the darkness and you are um, the truth. And it is in your son's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Share with the world.
Share with the world.
Share with Doug.
Thanks for being the number one listener, Doug. We
You're
love
the
you.
real MVP.
You're the real MVP, dog.
Even though you didn't like our game night.
He liked the game night.
He did
just
not
didn't
like the game.
He just did not like the case files.
Oh my.
It's not for everybody, all right? You know what?
Okay,
Hey,
so to get more listeners.
But
What?
I beat you.
Oh my, let it go. To get more listeners, we are going to give away a basket.
She's going to give away a basket.
It's going to have baked goods and it'll have a loaf of bread, some cookies, maybe some other little goodies in it. So share this video, like our Facebook page, and comment on it. Like, comment under this video on the Facebook page,
I'll
like
post
and
this.
share. And you will be entered in. Your comment would be great if you just tag some people. I don't know. Invite some friends. Help us get this out there.
Help us build.
Yes. But I will post a picture of the goodie basket on the page when we post the video. It won't be the exact basket because that would be gross. But we'll announce the winner on the next podcast.
Um, speaking of which, are we? When are you going back to the dentist?
Why are we talking about that on here?
Well, are you going to be able to record?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then never mind.
Yeah. So, yeah, just like, share, comment, tag some people,
Subscribe
subscribe,
if you're not already subscribed.
and we will announce the winner of the gift basket on next Thursday, the 13th, I believe.
Yeah. No. Yes.
Yes, it'll be announced next Thursday, the 13th. We'll announce it on the podcast, but then we'll also um announce it on we'll do an individual post for it.
Mhm.
But I will post a picture of what the gift basket will look like because I'm actually making one for a golf tournament. So you'll kind of see what it's about.
Oh yeah. And is that full?
Mm-mm. They still have spots, I believe. If you are a married couple and you want to,
Golf as a married
I
couple.
don't know, it may be full by then because I don't know when it closes
Mm.
because it's Friday.
Oh well,
Maybe not.
maybe not. Never
Don't do
mind.
that. Yeah.
But even if you are a golf couple, go golf as a couple.
Yeah. All right. Y'all have a good night.
Have a blessed night.